Alright everyone, lean in, because today Dr. Esma and I are breaking down the 7-step dentist plan that smart patients swear by, and trust me, step 3 hits harder than you think. You ever wonder why some people walk into a clinic calm and confident, while others walk out shocked and confused? Well, that gap starts right here.
Rasim is right. Most patients think they know what matters, but they skip the very steps that protect their smile long term. And when we reveal the one almost everyone forgets, you'll instantly understand why outcomes differ so much. Stay with us, because this plan changes how you approach every appointment.
And before we dive in, let me show you what this looks like in the real world, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Ready, Dr. Esma? Let's spark some smart decisions. You know what's wild, Dr. Esma? So many people think the problem is just one tooth hurting, but the real issue usually starts way earlier. Like when someone walks in saying, "It was fine last month," yet the signs were blinking bright red long before.
Exactly, Rasim. People often wait until pain becomes the only motivation. They ignore soft clues, receding gums, minor sensitivity, tiny chips. These are early warnings, and when skipped, everything becomes more complicated. That's why this plan matters. It teaches patients to read their smile before trouble escalates.
And when things escalate, the visit looks more like an emergency rescue mission than a calm checkup. But here's the twist, most people never realize how predictable these problems are. Stick with us, because once you see these scenarios, you'll spot them a mile away. Here's why this 7-step plan actually matters, Dr. Esma. It turns random dental visits into strategic moves. People underestimate how small habits stack up until they see the difference between someone who follows a plan and someone who improvises. Think of that person who brushes well but never checks for grinding, or the one who cleans daily yet skips follow-ups.
Exactly, Rasim. I've seen patients who do everything right, but miss one key piece, and that missing step becomes the root of future issues. Even small imbalances, bite pressure, early decay, unnoticed fractures, grow silently. With a structured plan, those silent problems are caught early, long before they turn complex.
And when caught early, the fixes are smoother, faster, and way less stressful. Watching the transformation is wild. People go from reactive to proactive. That's why step 3 hits so hard, but we'll get to that twist soon. Dr. Esma, before we reveal the big twist in this plan, let me drop a quick reality check because the numbers are kind of shocking. Studies show most patients only act when discomfort becomes impossible to ignore, meaning they miss up to 3 early warning cycles that could have saved their smile months earlier. I remember one viewer who wrote in saying he felt fine until one tiny issue spiraled into a major fix.
Yes, Rasim, I had a similar case last month, a patient who brushed consistently but skipped structured checkups. What started as a light enamel thinning turned into a deep intervention simply because the early signs went unnoticed. With a solid plan, that entire progression could have been prevented.
And that's exactly why the 7-step guide exists, to stop tiny problems before they start shouting. Stick around, because the next step shifts everything. Alright, Dr. Esma, this is where your science brain shines. People don't realize the mouth is basically a high-traffic ecosystem, constantly shifting, constantly reacting. And when one part changes, even slightly, it sets off a chain reaction. That's why this plan works. It tracks those shifts before they snowball.
Exactly, Rasim. Most people think decay or gum changes happen suddenly, but scientifically they're the result of long-term microimbalances, phi shifts, enamel fatigue, biofilm density. When patients follow structured steps, we catch those microscopic changes early. It's like reading the mouth's early warning system before alarms even start.
And that's the game changer. When you understand the science, you can predict outcomes instead of guessing. Which brings us closer to the step most people skip and regret skipping. Alright, Dr. Esma, let's lay out the actual roadmap, the part people keep asking for. This 7-step plan isn't complicated, it's just intentional. Step 1. Identify your baseline. What's healthy? What's borderline? Step 2. Track early signals, even the tiny ones. And then comes step 3, the one everyone skips. We'll get to that in a moment.
Exactly, Rasim. Steps 4 and 5 revolve around personalized adjustments, small tweaks to cleaning technique, bite pressure habits, and monitoring enamel response. Step 6 guides patients through predictable follow-ups, not reactive visits. And step 7, it locks everything in with stable, long-term oversight.
When you follow them in order, things finally make sense. And trust me, step 3 explains why simple routines fail, so don't move a muscle. Before we hit step 3, Dr. Esma, we need to break down the biggest do's and don'ts, because this is where most people sabotage themselves without realizing it. Do pay attention to tiny changes like morning sensitivity. Don't assume brushing harder fixes anything. And definitely don't skip early checks, thinking things will settle.
Absolutely, Rasim. Another big caution is DI fixes. People try random whitening kits or bite gadgets without understanding their situation. That can mask early damage instead of revealing it. And don't rely on discomfort alone. Most problems stay silent until they're advanced.
So here's the golden rule. If something changes, don't self-diagnose. Track it, note it, and bring it up in the plan. Now, you're ready for the truth behind step 3.